Welcome back to Rebuilding Astroworld. This is Swag, and on today's episode, we're going to take a look at the Ultra Twister coaster in the back end of the park in the European section. And this is the original color layout. It's just white, and I feel like we got to change colors. But before we get to that, you might have seen a slight change to the chairlift. It used to go out to this point and then go diagonal and end up over here. I was looking at some screenshots, and the real chairlift really didn't get into the water this far. Doesn't make sense. Why would the chairlift go over the area where they like shoot fireworks and stuff? So I moved it over and did all this off camera. So yeah, congratulations. You didn't have to watch more chairlift. If you wanted to watch more chairlift, leave it in the comments below. But for now, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to edit the layout a little bit. CP6 told me that I made too many twists and it's a little long, and I got to change the layout just a bit. I'm going to change the colors and I'm going to start custom supports. So bear with me as I do a lot of work trying to make this look a little bit more realistic. And I think by the end of the episode, we should have a final custom supported Ultra Twister, the only one in the United States of America. So I've been working on these supports, trying to duplicate what I've done in the past, and maybe I'll go check out and show you guys what we're looking at. But I don't like them. It's so much going on. There's so much. And in real life, there's not that much. So I think because the previous build I did was smaller than this one, I got away with it. But I don't think I can get away with it in this build. So I'm going to redo the supports and try out a different method of doing them. Okay, we have done a lot of work, a couple of hours on these supports. Might not leave these over here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll come back to this area. The overall support strategy is different than the inspiration for this coaster. I believe my boy Skiffa, way back in the day, made a inline twist. What do we call this? Hyper Twister coaster? No. What is this called? Ultra Twister. And it was really cool. I made this a little bit more traditional to the actual build, but let's go and look at one that I built in a previous game. This was in my RMC entry with Molpier. So right here, this was virtually completely inspired by Molpier's build. It even has like his vertical hill, and it has his like return, what is this, a dive loop. So that is just a tad different than the previous one we were working on. Notice the poles. There's a lot more poles on this, but when I looked in real life, this coaster really did have sort of like a 2-tile separation. So you can get away with this. This is also before invisible colors existed. So you couldn't really do the thin cross beams that I've been doing with single rail. Really love this station. Love that little roof kind of coming out. But what we're going to do is we are going to emulate this tower when we build the top of the tower in the other park. So that's going to be what we do next. And we're going to just blank out the station area. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the station just yet. That's really cool. I put some ladder supports underneath that. Okay, so I'm going to take a screenshot of this and then have it open while I build, and we'll get back to it on Astroworld. Boop, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep, bop. My brain is melting. How about yours? let's wrap this up pretty quick because I am done playing Roller Coaster Tycoon for a while. So yeah, let's just test this out, right? So I am still considering what to do with this kind of walkway around this area. I might swap it to maybe full tile pieces, so like you can do, what is it, like station tiles? Yeah, I might consider using station tiles to surround this area. It's might be a little bit easier to do that. I think there's a little too much green compared to the blue I see in the real life coaster. Station, haven't even thought about. transfer track to hold all 4 of the things. It'll go right here. It's just a single switch track. Tower looks pretty solid. I'm not super happy with how this turned out overall on this side. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, it's pretty good. It's really hard to support something that steep in lattice work like we do. I like the supports here. I like the supports on the straight run. And then I added the worker ramps, whatever you might see. Maybe this thing has difficulties and they got to get somebody up onto the ride to get people off. That is over there. And then this thing, there's like a little piece like this in real life. It just kind of goes straight up. Keeps it, I'm sure it's just in case these overshoot or something, but really enjoying it. I think it looks fantastic. And thanks for watching this episode of Rebuilding Astroworld. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I think next episode we'll probably build out the station and the queue, and then also whatever else interacts in this area, because it's actually really easy to see because the train drives right by it. So we'll do some little details and hopefully get a little bit more permanence on this coaster. This is probably the most detailed coaster to date, minus maybe Greased Lightning. I'm honestly looking at this going like, man, we gotta redo this. It's just the way it is sometimes. Okay, well, yet again, thank you for watching Rebuilding Astroworld. I hope you learned something and had fun watching.